is going to be our Primite Blue Eyes player.
Historically, given there's not much history there so far, but Maliss has had a really strong matchup into Blue Eyes because of the contributions of Whitebinder as well as Bestials being able to target down the graveyard and just having a better resource game overall.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen much of this matchup, but we'll have to see how it plays out. I do see a True Light in Henry's hand. That's the one card you don't want to draw, but he is going to start things off with the Primite.
Ether Barrel.
Yep. That's going to let him add a Primite card.
I mean, that is one of the cards you do want to see, right? The games that you have Primite cards are significantly different than the games that you don't.
Yeah, it's a level 4 lower dragon. On top of being able to access Primite Drill Beam is huge.
Opting to go directly for the Drill Beam here.
Yeah, not going into Lordly
Do
Load.
you want cutting after every search, or are we okay to wait? Okay, thank you.
Yep, no reason to keep going back into or shuffling the deck every time you search. As long as you shuffle it before you draw again.
Looks like they're taking
Maybe
a second here.
A quick technical pause. Taking that moment to wave to the crowd. So this is round 9. So like, if you get an early feature match, like there's not too many watching like until the end because they're out playing the round. But now that it's round 9, you have a lot of friends who maybe have already lost in the tournament. Maybe they were playing public events and they're over with now. So the crowd watching the game, kind of grows. So maybe there's a couple friends out in the crowd ready to cheer on their friends as they try and make their way into day 2 of the YCS.
Yeah, you can kind of see the players looking into the crowd there, so there are probably some people there that they can say hi to. They don't want to really speak to them because obviously they can't interrupt the match, but they can of course say just a hi here.
Look at me, Mom, I'm on TV. That's what I'd say at least. Just kidding. I've actually never said that, and I've been on the screen many a times.
I mean, you said it just now.
Yeah, so
and you're currently live on camera.
What, you can see me right now? Oh, no. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm so excited about this matchup. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Azamina cards. When they came to Master Duel, I was all about it. I'm still playing them in Master Duel right now. Obviously, they have original Sinful Spoils, which is a cool card for it. But no Sinful Spoil, well, no original Sinful Spoils here. There might be some other Sinful Spoils in store.
There has to be at least one Sinful Spoil.
You would think so with using the Azamina stuff. You need to use it to summon your Azamina fusion monsters. But he's going to link away the barrel into Spirit with Eyes of Blue. That's going to be met by Ash Blossom. And as we suspected, the Primite Lordly Load is already in the hand. That's why he grabbed the Drill Beam. So that's going to let him add another copy of Ether Barrel to the hand. He could also summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from his deck if he so chooses.
Yeah, but you're just locked into normal.
You can't use, effects from the extra deck.
Yeah.
In defense.
Or maybe just any effects anywhere. It might be the case. It's a pretty tight restriction when you can name any card and special summon the monster from your deck. He's going to call Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now the Blue Eyes White Dragon is on the field.
I believe special summon monsters has to...
It's all special summon monsters, not just from the extra deck.
And now we're going to be linking off those 2 dragons into the Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres. Strong play. He does it at the barrel in hand for that Drill Beam, so it will be live as well. And another Mystery set here before passing turn. Doesn't look like it's too much, but it's pretty formidable here. Especially since the Spirit was cut off, so you couldn't immediately access Mausoleum.
Yeah, but he's still able to get that Hieratic Seals of the Heavenly Spheres on the field.
Okay, we're immediately starting with the Druid Swarm here. Surprising. Going after Henry's graveyard. Looks like we're targeting the Blue Eyes in the grave, potentially trying to force out True Light.
Chain True Light to summon. That's fine.
All right, and he is going to use that True Light to summon Blue Eyes White Dragon back from the graveyard, keeping the Bestial in David's hand.
Sorry.
Okay, how will he follow up here? There's the Deception.
Okay.
I mean...
Effective Deception.
So he's going to activate the effect. He has to pay the cost of tributing a monster from his hand. He's going to tribute Engraver.
All right, I mean, this feels like a pretty juicy Drill Beam because, I mean, you already spent a card and being able to get rid of it right now for free.
Or you could use the
Hieratic Spheres,
yeah.
Just any interruption seems like it'd be pretty prime right here. But I think he wants to save the Hieratic Spheres, just looking at his main deck options. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be activating the Drill Beam here. It does control a normal monster, so doesn't have to reveal anything. The Deception will be banished and will not be able to resolve with effect.
So effective here.
And then a second copy of Engraver is activated.
Makes a lot of sense why he sent the first one for Deception, so now he's going to be able to access Fiendsmith's track. He hasn't even shown his main strategy of his deck yet.
Activate.
Keeping it as hidden as he can, just like he did with the the character cards.
Sure.
Tract is able to resolve, likely adding a copy of Fabled Lurie. Fabled Lurie is added to hand and discarded for the effect of Tract, and then able to activate in the graveyard to summon itself back. We'll see if there's an option here.
Activate Hieratic Spheres.
Yep, Spheres is going to be able to activate now. Probably going to be
Bounce to my hand.
Yep.
Lordly Load.
putting Lord back to
Hieratic
hand.
Spheres to summon. Yes.
And this is
Also
where
Fallen of
some of the
Valbast from the
tech
hand.
cards... Oh, we're summoning from hand even. Fallen of Valbast from the hand, off the effect of Hieratic Spheres, able to discard a copy of Effect Veiler. Okay, that's pretty
Whoa.
expensive.
All right, we're seeing at least there's some cool stuff here on Henry's side with his blue eye strategy.
And there is Albion, the Shrouded Dragon?
Yep, the Shrouded Dragon, and now he's going to be able to... Oh, this is the Branded Dragon.
This is the Branded Dragon.
The Shrouded
It is.
Dragon is the main deck one.
Yes.
The Branded with the fusion, but he's going to be able to use its effect to banish the
Or
Albaz of the Light to summon Lubellion. Are we playing Branded here or Blue Eyes? I'm not sure.
Sanctifier is
Pretty
able
cool.
to activate now. Going to be able to summon monsters to each side of the field.
Oh, so he's going to give him
Eyes of Blue.
the Spear with Eyes of Blue, so he'll be locked into dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Smart stuff here coming down from Henry.
Huh?
Oh, he's going to concede immediately once he saw that.
Yeah, he knows he's going to be locked.
Let's see if he opens playable.
All right, starts with Fiendsmith's track, so still on the Fiendsmith aspect of the deck.
Likely going to bait some form of interaction from Henry.
Adds Lurie, discards Lurie. Now, since Lurie was sent, it's going to special summon itself.
Nope.
Likely going to be immediately linked away into Fiendsmith Requiem. Requiem has hit the field, going to be using its effect. Likely going to be sending or summoning a copy of Fiendsmith Lacrima, if he is allowed to do so. Looks like Henry's considering stopping it, and there is an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. How will David continue? There's Malice in Underground, and Henry is confused, but it will be resolving.
There it is. That's the moment I was waiting for. Is what is he going to think?
It's so funny because I was talking with my friend about this the other day, and I was like, I swear this is a good deck. And he was like, nah, it's bad.
I mean, he has a chance to prove it right now, one way or another.
Now, Dormouse is going to banish White Rabbit, more than likely. Oh, looks like you might be thinking about Chessy Cat.
Chessy would be interesting here if he had other options to start with. It's like he is eyeing that White Rabbit. No, you're right. It seems like he will be going for that Chessy Cat.
All right, pay 300. He's going to be able to special summon that from the banished.
Effective Chessy Cat to...
All right, we are going to be activating the Chessy Cat. Will we be banishing a monster, or are we banishing a spell or trap?
I definitely see a Malice and Underground in his hand, I think.
This resolves.
All right, Chessy's able to resolve. Banishing, you're right, the second copy of Underground.
All right, where does he go from here? Can't go into Haggard Lizard Doses. Both those monsters have been banished already.
Ooh, this is good value for Underground. You're sending it for Diabellstar.
All right, see, we're seeing the synergy. This is what I'm talking about. So Diabellstar, the Black Witch, is going to let him set Sinful Spoils of Slumber Morion.
Yeah, not needing to go into the Azamina line directly, instead just having the third body on the field, making it so you can easily link climb for the rest of your Malice plays. Now this is kind of just where you want to be.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, the Morion's like kind of a disruption. Just you can flip down a special summon monster. So that's going to be a potential disruption he'll be able to use against Henry. But the Link summon for the Link 1 Link Decoder sends all three monsters to the graveyard. Let's see which Malice monster he's going to summon. Probably, I would think it'd be White Binder since, I mean, 2 Malice and Underground's already gone. But no, it is going to be Red Ransom. So Link Decoder will be able to special summon itself back, and Red Ransom will be able to add a Malice spell, and it's going to be that third copy of Malice and Underground.
Now we might be seeing a Link summon into something along the lines of SP Little Knight.
Could be to banish his own Red Ransom.
Yeah, so it's able to summon itself back as well as banish the other name that hasn't been used, which is White Rabbit.
Yeah, that's smart. So he's going to set a trap card. Could be a Malice trap. It is. It's going to be GWC06. So he's going to use that to banish the Red Ransom so he can activate it the turn it's set. That's going to let him special summon back a Malice monster, bringing back the Chesty Cat. And now Red Ransom can pay 900, special summon it from the banishment.
An expensive turn so
and
far.
then also banish a Cyberse monster from your deck. Yeah, Malice turns can get quite costly.
Luckily, he will still be able to have access to White Binder later in the turn to reset that GWC from the graveyard. Oh, and we have actually played Dotscaper.
All the bodies to continue. That makes a lot more sense why he went into Red Ransom. So now he doesn't even need the White Rabbit.
We don't need the White Rabbit, but like, we are just not going to access it at all? We didn't really need the Dotscaper either in that situation.
It would have been the same deal. All right, he's going to link away the Dotscaper, the Chesty Cat,
Oh,
and the
and the
Link
Cryptor.
Decoder for Heart's Cryptor.
That's surprising, not going back into White Binder at all. Or maybe now these are going into SP Little Knight to banish the Cryptor? Not super sure how he plans on continuing this turn, because he needs to prioritize getting back access to that GWC.
So
Yep,
he's gonna
there is the Little Knight to banish the Cryptor. Cryptor's
summon
able to
back.
activate again. That's a very expensive turn.
Another 900 off the life points.
Luckily, these players have a lot of time, but Henry is playing a deck with a lot of really massive monsters. And we're going to be linking those away into the White Binder. White Binder is going to be able to reset that GWC after choosing whether or not he wants to banish any cards. Looks like we're going to be banishing Dormouse just to have another
Malice card.
Yeah, there is a Malice in Underground still banished as well, so not like he really needed to. Oh, I'm deciding to banish the Ash Blossom for fun.
Okay.
Might as well.
Confirms that he doesn't play Hida.
If he had room for Heat in his extra deck with the Azamina cards and the Fiendsmith cards, that would be wild. And now he's contemplating his next move. I mean, is he going to just leaving the White Binder on the field? I guess he
Yeah,
I mean, he will, right? I don't think he uses TW. No, he's just going to set MTP 07.
Very interesting. And then if your plan was to do that, why wouldn't you just summon White Rabbit with dots instead of Dotscaper, so you would be able to get both?
Maybe he only plays one and he has it in his hand, potentially.
He has normal summoned.
I'm just looking. Okay, no, he's going to banish the White Binder to go ahead and activate the MTP 07 to add the White Rabbit.
Okay, okay.
But White Rabbit only sets the traps from the deck, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
So we'll be paying another 900 here to get the White Rabbit or the White Binder back onto the field and draw a card.
He's at least summoning all the Malice monsters.
I mean, like if the goal was to pay as much as you could in a turn, then we're hitting it.
Yeah, he paid 900. He's only not paid the 300 for White Rabbit. Everything else has been used.
A whopping 3,300 has been paid, yeah.
It's a race to the bottom.
But he has plenty of cards.
I mean, he has plenty of stuff to banish now with White Binder if he's able to resummon it and just unload on Henry's field during his turn.
Is he going to normal summon the White Rabbit? Because I'm pretty sure he has a normal summon, right? Because it was starting with track. Yeah, okay. We're going to normal summon the White Rabbit, no effect, because it doesn't seem like there's anything relevant to set anymore. And we're just linking away.
Yeah, definitely if the White Rabbit was instead of Dotscaper, he just
didn't have to do this.
You
Yeah.
can also set the trap from the graveyard with the White Binder.
Yeah.
But now we're seeing a link too for Moon of the Closed Heaven. We're not done yet.
But Requiem has been used in the beginning of the turn.
Maybe we're done yet. Never mind. It's a pass. It's a Moon pass. He just wants to get the White Binder into the graveyard.
It makes sense. You do want to put that in the graveyard at this point.
Moon, go.
Activate Lordly Lord.
All right, we're starting off with Lordly Lord. That is a powerful one.
Gets access to Primite Drill Beam right away.
Any Primite? Or
It adds any Primite card, yes.
Does that merit a response from David here? It's going to be met with Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. I think that's fair. I think that's a very reasonable thing to do, cut off access to Drill Beam and Barrel. But you still have the option to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon at any point, but that's not really that big of a deal.
I'm good to go? Yes. Activate Maiden of White.
Okay. That is a powerful one. We're going to be chaining Called by the Grave.
That's really good because not only are you stopping the effect of Place True Light, you're keeping it out of the graveyard to be summoned back later on.
I wonder if that was drawn off the effect of Whitebinder, because I feel like he would have stopped his opponent's Ash maybe, but he did have a copy of Ash Blossom of his own, so maybe there's a reason to keep it there.
Yeah, maybe he looked at his hand and he's like, I can play through this Ash Blossom.
Definitely fair here. All right, 2 big pushes stopped for Henry. Can he have a third one?
Declare load.
Load to special summon from deck here. That is going to block him from using any effects of special summon monsters. Going to be summoning a copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck, if he can find one. Oh, the movie art.
Nice.
Respectable.
It's a good one. So now he has a Blue Eyes White Dragon and a Dream.
Yeah, there's been no illegal summons here.
All right, he's looking at that Typhon.
I mean, he can summon it, he just can't activate it. Doesn't really seem like it's
He'll
worthwhile.
still have his continuous effect applied, but I don't know how much that's going to help him.
I mean...
So
Oh, he still has the... Yes, the set... I forgot he never got access to GWC.
Yep, the Morian just puts the face straight down.
This is so strange, actually, because he didn't get access to... Oh, because he said he just has a Bestial.
Oh, that makes sense. So he just was needed all set up because he was always going to be able to banish his own. See, with these two strategies, like you can pick a deck you like, and then
Stand by me.
the tech choices are all over the place that you can accomplish, even down to like the Fallen Albaz in the Blue Eyes deck, because you're going to make Heretic Steel so often. Then you have to commit so many extra deck spots, but it can really pay off because then your Heretic Seal just turns into another interruption. It's just insane.
All right, we're starting with Roar. Not very typical here. I think that's a kind of a sign of weakness that David can recognize. Roar is going to be able to summon a Blue Eyes from the deck here.
Yeah, this is the first time we haven't seen him open up with a Primite card right away.
I mean, again, we've talked about this before. Having the Primite cards and not having them makes a very big difference in your ability to play the game.
World of difference.
Locked into Dragons from the extra deck now, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. His hand does look very weak. We're going to be normal summoning Effect Veiler. Going to be synchroing immediately into Spirit with Eyes of Blue.
Blue Eye Spirit Dragon.
Yeah.
That's the link.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's close enough.
Their
Okay, not a
spirits.
strong start, though. This is not a strong start for Blue Eyes. Just one Spirit Dragon. Do you tag out right away to go to Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit? Or do you wait? It's tough.
I mean,
think you
you
have
might
to
want
wait.
to negate Howler Azamina or like
a
Howler.
Fabled Lurie or something
There's
like
a lot
that.
of options that you can have here, and we're going to be leading with
Diabell
Star.
I love Diabell Stars. Discarding
Sending-
GWC 06. That's kind of hinting maybe no Malice cards.
I mean, yeah, or just at least not capitalizing. I mean, 06 is a really hard one to use on your first turn into a board.
True. Or as the kids would say, facts. And now David is going to activate the deception of the Sinful Spoils that he just said. Let me see the Hollowed Azamina. Can we see it one time, please? Just give him a thumbs up. Let me see the thumbs up. Come on, Henry. Yes! You saw it, right? That was a thumbs up.
Yeah, you got the thumbs up.
I knew it was going to be a thumbs up. Finally, we get to see Hallowed Azamina being added to the hand. I love the Azamina cards. You can use the Hallowed Azamina to fusion summon them from the extra deck by using Sinful Spoils. So let's see if we can see some Azamina action here.
I mean, this is going to force Henry to do something, right? He can't allow Hallowed Azamina to resolve, because then Ilya Silva can contest everything else that he can do.
Contest? This is not a contest. It is actually a contest.
It's literally a contest.
It is literally a contest. All right. What are you going to do next? What's the next move? Is it Hollowed Azamina? It's Bestial Druis? Or
He keeps trying to do that. He really wants to see if he has a True Light in the graveyard.
Interesting, but I can respect it.
I mean, we'll see what he's going for here. I mean, Henry definitely considering something that it's a big sign that he has it, and there's the True Light. And so Jerusalem is going to yet again stay in the hand.
Hard opened it twice.
Does he have a? He has
Yeah, it's
Magnamite.
Oh.
So he's going to chain the Magnamite to the Blue Eyes.
Just to make sure it's banished, and it looks like we're going to be chaining the Spirit.
Oh, yeah, you could just do this in the bat. So the Blue Eye Spirit Ultimate, you can't banish cards from his graveyard.
Yeah, this is... I don't understand. I mean, like, this was brutal to have to lose 2 cards in your hand for free.
Yeah, they just go right back.
And
yeah.
now, I mean, he wanted to summon the Ultimatus anyway.
He was just trying to force out the Blue Eyes Ultimate every time, not considering that maybe True Light was down. That makes a lot of sense. But now here comes the Hollowed Azamina.
I feel like this forced it out anyway, because if you were able to summon Ilya Silva prior...
It would have been the same thing, except you would have been able to use the Hollowed Azamina before the Ultimate was on the field. But yeah, he's going into Ilya Silva.
Well, you'd be able to negate the Spirit, right, to make sure that one of your Bestials would resolve?
Well, yeah, I guess no matter what you do, it doesn't work out for the Blue Eyes player.
Oh, but that is a thrust.
That's why he was forcing it out. Triple Tactics Thrust. Now that Ilya Silva's on the field, he can contribute that to negate any effect from a monster or a spell or a trap.
Resolves.
Triple Tactics Thrust is going to let him add any spell or trap from his deck to his hand since Henry activated a monster effect during this turn and controls cards on the field. He added it so quick.
It's Triple Tactics Talents, yeah.
It's the go-to Triple Tactics Talent.
Talent will be able to take one of these monsters if he so chooses, or he might be taking a look at his opponent's hand.
That is... Thank you. Sure.
I imagine you do take here just to have the ultimate on your side.
Sure.
I got to try this. I love the Azamina cards, and I also love the Maliss cards. So I'm interested. This might be something I will be looking at playing, but he has Solemn Strike. That is one of the best side deck cards right now for going first. There's like not a lot you can do to it, and it
really does seal the deal.
Yeah, seals the deal is a good way to describe Solemn Strike.
It just forces a lot out of your opponent, and you just can't interact with it.
And he already used
That's
2 Bestials.
I mean,
yeah,
like, he knows his hand.
Can't
He
stop
knows his
it,
hand, yeah.
It's just the 2 Bestials, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's really nothing he can do. Not looking good for David.
Will we see a pass back now? Oh, the Deception does have to, doesn't have to, but it can go back to the field during the end phase.
Yeah, your turn, player.
So in phase, since the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon was summoned by Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, it's going to be destroyed. When it's destroyed, you can special summon back the Spirit Dragon from the graveyard. Now, a Spirit Dragon special summon from the graveyard, not as good as a Synchro Summon Spirit Dragon, but still a monster on the field. But it won't have that effect to be able to tribute off and replace itself with a different light dragon from the extra deck.
It looks like that will not be meriting a response from David here. He's keeping the Ilya Silva on the field, which is easily threatened by just a battle phase here. But can Henry put up enough damage to actually end the game right now?
He has the True Light still.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Or the Spirit can stop the Ilya Silva, right?
It's not an effect that activates in the graveyard.
Well, it activates on the field.
Yeah.
But it's a tribute off the field for his card. But it has to be something that activates in the graveyard.
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure it can stop like Ash Blossom and stuff, right? Yeah, I think it might be able to stop it. But don't quote me on it.
I'm gonna take a look at that.
Stand by me.
When an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated.
Okay, so it would have to be activated in the graveyard.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
I do not ever remember it negating an Ash Blossom, so.
I feel like I swear it could have, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just mixing up Call by the Grave and stuff like that.
That would be one card that could do that.
Now Blue Eyes White Dragon's going to attack over the Ilya Silva, just go to battle phase.
Yeah, but getting the damage in, I think you're just trying to activate True Light to get access to something like Wishes here.
Yeah, I think he has it already, too, in his hand. But, I mean, just the True Light staying power is so great. Oh, no, it's a Mausoleum White. And now he's going to attack with the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon.
Yeah, getting that damage in, I mean, very relevant against Maliss. You know, we saw how much he paid in Game 2 already.
Yeah, 3,300 right off the bat, it seems.
Still a healthy amount of time on the clock here for these players, but it does run out pretty quickly when these combos can get played out. Going to be using Magnamut now to try to block this attack.
Banishes the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. Magnamut's effect on the field is going to activate. So we'll be able to add a dragon.
Thinking of redeclare.
He still has the Druid Storm in hand as well.
We'll go...
I don't imagine you need to redeclare, right?
True Light to set.
All right, we're going to be activating the effect of True Light to set here. We'll see what he goes for. And that does look like wishes. Okay, he's reconsidering now. Henry really doesn't want to make a mistake at this juncture. We are so close to being able to end the game. You have the advantage. You know the majority of your opponent's, well, you know all of your opponent's cards. It's just the variable of what he has to draw for turn. So he wants to be able to navigate this as best as he can to limit all of David's options.
I realized what I got confused with the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. I was lost in my head, but it's when you Ghost Ogre the True Light, you can use the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon to negate the True Light from destroying your field, not negating the Ghost Ogre that destroyed your True Light. Sorry, I was lost for a minute.
That one's understandable. That was a very relevant effect to be able to stop.
There you go. I was like, I swear there was something like there's a synapse in my head that's firing off, but we see he's going to access Majesty from his deck, trying to wrap up this duel best he can.
I mean, that's a really strong card against Malice. Being able to hit their normal summon, it can be very key. Or just being able to limit the bodies on the field is already really strong.
Entering main phase 2.
All right, going into main phase 2 now, and opting not to crash his Spirit with the Magnamut, which I think makes sense, just keeping your monsters here. And then going to be activating Wishes in the hand, discarding the hard-drawn Mausoleum. Going to be no interruptions here from David.
He's going to be able to use Wishes to add a level 1 light, plus a spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes.
Looks like we're going to be adding Sage as well as the Fusion spell.
Ultimate Fusion.
Of course.
We're trying to get a lot of uses out of these trap cards potentially. Can Tyrant Dragon reset Solemn Strike?
I'm pretty sure it's any trap card. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, the Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon is a nasty card. If you could get it out and actually go to the battle phase with it, not just synchro with it off the field.
Keep going. We'll go activate Spirit Dragon.
Ooh.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
I think the judges will
Yeah,
catch
the judges are catching this one.
Synchro summon. Yeah,
Yes, okay. Quickly caught. Very good.
I'm sorry about
That's the one thing you can't do. Only the synchro summon one, not the one that summons back
no
from the
worries.
Blue Eyes Spirit Ultimate Dragon. I mean, Henry's on his duel. He needs the only person that probably can beat him is himself. So you got to just stay focused and not take too long with your plays.
that.
I mean, he can get to where he wants to go.
Activate Sage.
Okay, so he's going to use Sage to turn the Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon into a Blue Eyes from his deck.
Okay, interesting.
Used to be really good in combination with Stone of Ancients.
Yeah, a little outdated at this point, if you can
It
believe
was
it.
many, many years ago. Yeah, the fact that Alternative Dragon isn't good enough to make the cut in the Blue Eyes deck breaks my heart. But it's okay. It's doing something different. It's working with the Maidens a little more than it used to.
I'm glad the deck moved away from wanting the Blue Eyes in your hand instead of putting it on the field. I like that one more.
True. But what if you do both?
Oh, you can do both naturally. You didn't choose to, but it happens.
It's better than banishing all your Blue Eyes with Pot of Desires. That was always the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
But now, so yeah, I guess he did this just to have more Blue Eyes, to have more destructions for Majesty.
What do you mean? You mean the graveyard effect? No.
But he's, yeah, interesting choice.
You know, yeah, I'm not sure if that's better than just summoning another spirit, but
Yeah, now he's going to use Druisworm here in the end phase to banish his Dormouse, which is going to have the Dormouse come. Maybe we spoke too soon and wrote off David before things are over.
yeah, definitely. I mean, we have the ability to... We're getting another Bestial here. I mean, the other Bestial here is going to be so strong because it makes it really hard to deal with this Dormouse right now.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing he really only has to navigate just the Majesty now.
Okay, apologies.
And the best part, does David still have that Deception set? Is that what it is, right? He didn't get Henry didn't get rid of it. He'll
I don't
be able
think
to
so.
add back the Azamina card. Just replace them, so you can return the fusion from your graveyard and add back the Hallowed Azamina from your graveyard.
I
Which
mean,
is another reason why you'd want a Spirit Dragon on the field.
was he not able to add off the Magma? Did he not declare from Magma? It doesn't seem like he
didn't
did.
see,
Yeah.
Maybe he's out. Maybe he doesn't play that many Bestials. That's potential.
No, I think he did attempt to add a Baldrake, but it seems like he didn't declare it. So now we're going to be immediately activating the Majesty to destroy the Deception as well as the Dormouse here, and it's up to David to see if he could draw another Malice card. We're going to start off with Hallowed Azamina, putting the Ilyasova back in the extra deck to add itself to the hand. Not very useful without another Sinful Spoiler card.
Okay, but he still does have the Haggard Laser Dose.
That's true. That's true.
He's eyeing it. The Majesty's already been used. I mean, this game's a lot more of a game than it was last turn, or at least what it seemed, but...
Yeah, it felt a lot more over than it was.
I guess not having the Maiden of White in the graveyard, it doesn't like have as much recurring power to follow up. Not enough to follow up. The same thing with no Primite cards as well. It's just the few Blue Eyes cards.
Yeah, but he's playing essentially Blue Eyes from 2016. With True
Worse
Light.
almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah. No, there's no Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. But he's going to link those two away for SP Little Knight. Not going to get the banish because there's no extra deck monster, but he will be able to use Druid Swarm's effect if he so chooses. Chooses not to. But
Okay.
he has.
He had Chessie. Okay, I'm very surprised he didn't just link all three away. But he opted to make the Little Knight here.
This is also round 9. Fatigue is at its peak right now. This is the longest day you're going to have, so sometimes you're going to miss a couple of things.
I will
yeah, miss the Magnum ad, miss the Druid Swarm Send.
declare True Light.
I mean, just kind of burning a Little Knight as well.
I'm not legally able to activate the one to summon, to set.
All right, so he's going to use True Light's effect here to set a card, spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes.
I mean, I don't think any of them will be able to be immediately activated, so not really a concern right now. Because if David is able to play, he should be able to do enough damage to end the game.
So that's a B.
Okay, couldn't even activate the True Light. Seems like there's no more targets in the deck.
Apologies.
I mean, he's only been playing his Blue Eyes cards, and now he's tapped out. Not even a Vision left in the deck.
Yeah, we know the set is
Or
the
Wishes.
Ultimate Fusion.
Sorry, Visions. There is a Blue Eyes card that's Visions, but not used. Really cool card art on that one. But yeah, not even a Wishes left. So now we're going to see him link the SP Little Knight and the Chesty Cat away for White Binder, and it's Malice time.
I mean, this is where David can just run away with it. He has access to access code.
Access code. He hasn't used any of the Malice effects yet on his turn.
What can Ultimate Fusion do anything to protect him here?
Don't think so. Not unless he made Dragon Master Magia, but I don't think that's in his deck. And there is no Chaos Monster inside for him to be able to use the Fusion Summon it. So he's also going to banish the Wishes, so that's one less equip he'll be able to get, along with his 2 Malice Monsters that'll be able to pay 600 to summon those back.
Activate Ultimate Fusion.
All right, here's the Ultimate Fusion
I'll
after
use both
White
Blue
Binder.
Eyes from field.
So 2 Blue
Summon
Eyes.
Tyrant Dragon, and then as a part of the resolution of Ultimate Fusion, I will destroy White Binder and Dormouse.
Oh, Ultimate Fusion also destroys. Interesting. So he was able to take out the White Binder. Now he's just left with the Chessie Cat.
I mean, he drew the Chessie Cat. The card in hand is Hallowed Azamina. So there's nothing that you can really do here.
So Ultimate Fusion lets you destroy face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragons or Ultimate Dragons that were used from the field as material. That's why it doesn't come out, because most of the time you're using the materials from your graveyard, but since he used them from the field, he was able to get the destruction effect for the interruption. It looks like David wasn't anticipating that either, because he just had to pass right back. So again, what looked like in the end of the duel is now not the end of the duel.
Yeah,
but I think it might have been able to be played differently just a little bit there. I mean, obviously, if the Magnum was able to add something, having a Bestial would have been huge.
All right, so True Light, because Wishes was banished from the graveyard off the White Binder, no longer in the grave, True Light can now set wishes. And now, as we mentioned earlier, Tyrant Dragon is on the field. He can start resetting those blue eye trap cards, or just any trap card.
Tyrant Burst has been MVP for the Blue Eyes decks this weekend.
We'll go declare Tyrant into Chessy Cat.
Tyrant's going in.
Effect of Tyrant at end of damage step. Sure.
It's going to be able to reset here. I think, yeah, you went for Solemn Strike, but I don't even know if that's correct here when you
Time
can't
is
afford to
winding
pay it. Yeah.
Enter main phase 2.
He is ahead in life right now. He's going to go to main phase 2, and
Are you just going to activate the wishes that set? Does it even have targets in the deck?
and
Oh,
that's
no,
it.
just a pass. Okay. A minute on the clock. Can David get out of this?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, we're under a 6-minute extension because of slow play previously. So we don't have to worry about time running down too much. There's going to be 6 more minutes after this
Then
minute.
that is one of the
I will
best draws
activate
possible. A Druis Worm.
And
But
he has
then
the strike.
the strike is what was needed in this situation.
Does he have anything
It's
else?
a Hollowed Azamina in hand.
Oh, it's the one card. It's Hollowed Azamina,
Yeah.
and he's conceding, and that's it.